Welcome back to another video. NHL 26 is here, and the first thing you need to learn how to do is have a guide to how to score goals in NHL to make sure you can keep up, win some games, and I'm going to be giving you a full guide on how to score in every shot in NHL 26. I'll give you a tutorial with the button combinations as well and what works, what doesn't work, and we're going to get started right away. As you can see, there's many ways to score in NHL 26 this year, and I can't wait to get into it. One thing I want to highlight in NHL 26 is the difference in skating. You're going to see when you play that your player is a little bit more controllable of what he can do, and it's a little bit more realistic. So what I really want you to focus on when you first start practicing on how to score in NHL is really focusing on your left analog stick. So that's going to be the one on which direction you skate with. So don't worry about the right. The right will control your stick here, but the left, just get used to going left to right, because a lot of the moves, for example, you're going to be using your left stick as well as your right stick. So on your left analog stick, for example, we're just going to hold the puck on our forehand on the right. And on the left, you can see now I'm going right, I'm going left. This is what you see the goalie right now. He's kind of moving every time. So you want to get the goalie moving to finally score a goal here. And as you can see here, that our first move that we're going to go into is going to be a simple just backhand, forehand, backhand. This is always a move that works in NHL. You just got to time it right. So for this particular one, we're going to be coming down the right side. We're going to go on our backhand, cut to the middle, forehand, backhand, and you can see the goalie sprawls there, and it gives you a wide open net. So in slow motion, with your right analog stick, hold it to the right. Now you're on your backhand. And with your left analog stick, just skate to the middle. You can see how my player kind of skates to the middle there. So that's what we want to do. We're going to hold on our backhand, skate to the middle. As you get to the middle, go back to your forehand and then back to your backhand. You see how the goalie is always down. And then when the goalie's down, you're going to put it into the net. So in fast motion, it's going to look a little bit like this. So we're going to go backhand, cut to the middle, forehand, backhand. Goalie goes out of the way, and we're going to slide it into the net. This will also work if you're using a forehand. So if we want to go forehand, backhand, you can see right there, the goalie's going to bite on it every time. So the one advice I would give here is make sure you're focusing on your left analog stick. If you don't focus on your left analog stick, it's going to look like this, and it's not going to work. I'll show you. So just the right analog stick, right, left, right. It's not really going anywhere. So I'll show you again, even on the backhand. So we're going to go backhand, forehand, backhand. That one actually did go in, but it was just a snipe. It's a bad example, but I'll show you again. Backhand, forehand, backhand. Like, it's just not going to really work there. So that's one area that I want to make sure that you focus on, is using that left analog stick. So left analog stick, forehand, backhand, forehand. So forehand, backhand, forehand is what you want to do. The next move we're going to be doing is coming out of the corner and dragging the puck across and scoring on the wide open net. So in slow motion, all we're doing here is we're skating forward. So just in slow motion. And then when we get to around here, we're going to want to cut out to the front of the goalie, but hold the puck on our forehand. When we hold the puck on our forehand, you're going to see that the goalie goes down, and it gives you an opportunity to shoot in the top of the net. You can see right there, it was wide open. So I'm going to show you this goal in fast motion. We're going to skate down to the goal line here in pretty quick speed. We're going to hold it on the forehand. Goalie's not going to be ready for it, and we're going to shoot it up in the top shelf of the net. This is also a move you can do on your backhand. So we're going to go on our backhand, hold it on the backhand, and then roof it upstairs as well. So note, this is for left-handed players, and you can do that on either the left or the right side. But that is how you make that move there. And really, the trick is, just like in any NHL game, just make the goaltender move. If you make the goaltender move, look, he's moving so much, you're going to have so much real estate to score. Again, goalie got frozen there. A little backhand, backhand, wide open net. Forehand to forehand, we can do that. We can go backhand here, a little bit of an open space, and then just kind of make the goaltender move. So that's one thing I really want you to focus on, is that left analog stick. For the next goal, it's going to be a shot. So I'm going to show it again in slow motion. This is going to be a combination of using your left analog stick and your right analog stick for the stick handling. So again, your left is your skating, your right is your stick handling. We're going to want to come to around this area. I'm going to go in really slow motion. So when we get to the top of the circle, we want to hold on our backhand and then cut to the middle. When we cut to the middle like this, then we just want to shoot far side. So in fast motion, it's going to look very different, but I'll show you quickly what it's going to look like here. So again, we're going to be coming down the right side, hold it on your backhand, cut to the middle, and then shoot top glove. I want to flag that on this one, it's not going to be as consistent as the other ones I've showed, but it's going to be around 50% where it does work. So I definitely want to show it of a shot mechanic that you can do when you're doing these goals, and that way it'll give you a better advantage of scoring. So we'll show you it right here, but again, it's around 50%, so it's not going to work every single time. So we're going to come in full speed here, hold it on the backhand, drag the goalie across, and then we're going to shoot it upstairs on the goaltender. So just making him come over a little bit more. So you're going to be aiming top right on this one. The way I look at it is it's not as much glitch goals as it's kind of real things that work. So when I'm looking for goals on how to score in NHL, I'm looking for moves that I have done in real life and that I find are effective. Making the goalie move from one side to the other side is always going to be an effective move for you to score on the goaltender, you know? So when you're trying to score, think of it as a real game. Think of it as what you would really try doing to score on a goalie. You're not going to walk in here and shoot 5-hole because that's really not going to work. You want to make the goalie move, and then in some mechanics in this game, there is going to be glitches. Like, for example, when you go this way and then you shoot up into the top of the glove. But the next one we're going to move on to is the Datsyukian deke. And to do that, all you're going to do is press and hold R3 and down, R3 down, and you're going to be in a mechanic like this. The next move you have to do now is just press R1 or RB. So R1 or RB, and it'll flick it over just like that. And I'm not going to mention, but that was an absolute snipe. So for the Datsyukian deke, we're going to go in slow motion. So R3 and down. And then you see how the goalie drags across. You can do it as a shot by just shooting up. Or you can press RB and then it'll... Oh, what a save there, actually. Merlanian, what a stud. So we're going to do the Datsyukian deke in kind of full speed, but this one I don't think is going to go in just because we're going to slow it down. And you can see the goalie comes out. I can just shoot that there, or I can wait and flick it over there. But we'll show you how it works in real life. I'll show you how this move looks live. The only thing you want to be careful of is not making sure you run into the goalie. So what we're going to do is come down this left side, stay a little bit out, and then we're going to tuck it in to the wide open net there. So the only thing, stay a little bit away from the goalie. This is, again, another move that doesn't work every time, but if you do get in the game, it actually looks pretty sweet. Another move you can use is from behind the net. If you just hold it on your forehand with a little bit of speed, the goalie can't get to the low post as well. So in slow motion, all that's going to be is behind the net. You're going to cut it out. So you're going to be here. We're going to hold it on our forehand. We're going to cut it out with our left analog stick. And then once we get a little bit out, we're going to shoot low on them. So as you can see, we'll cut it out here. And then low corner is going to be open every single time. Other than that, there are so many ways to score in NHL, but I find those the most consistent ways to score in NHL is just really making that goalie move. I can't believe I missed a wide open net there, but we'll pretend like that didn't happen. And then you can go between the legs if you want. Nice save by the goaltender. But most of the other moves, there's probably around a 25% chance you do score there. So again, these are going to be your most consistent moves. I recommend just getting good at using that left analog stick. If you get good at using the left analog stick, you're going to be golden when you try scoring. There's going to be times where the goalie does make the save, which is fine. You just keep working, you know? And then all of a sudden, that's another goal. But with all jokes aside, you know, glitch goals, unfortunately, everyone does them. So you got to know how to do them. You got to know how to counteract them. If you're playing ESHL and you got a penalty shot, you got to know how to score in the penalty shot because the team you're playing, they don't care. They're going to do all these moves to score on you. When you're playing Hockey Ultimate Team, whatever you're playing, everyone's going to be using and abusing these moves. So you got to know exactly what they are and how to defend them, how to play against them. And I'll talk about a little bit of the defending too. So in terms of defending any of these moves, what I recommend, never try hitting them. Don't try hitting them. So for example, if they're coming in on, I'll be the defender here. If they're coming in from the blue line and I'm playing defense on them, I just want to hold my stick out like this. So hold R1. And then this way, you're just keeping them wide. Don't try hitting them because they're going to go around you. If they go around you, all of a sudden they can do one of those glitch goals on you. So you just want to make sure that you're always in position to help out your goaltender, to help out your team. Because if they get in and behind you, it's an automatic goal. And then also, one thing I'd kind of note is anytime a user's behind the net, just keep them there. Don't let them come out in front of the net because behind the net is the easiest area to score. You can just hold on the backhand, go all the way around, and just like that, the goalie has no chance. So anytime you're behind the net, the first thing you want to do with the puck is just come out to the front of the net as quick as you can before the defenseman stops you. And if you do that, you're going to have a wide open net. You see I had a wide open net there. So just make sure if they come out, you have an easy way to stop them. Don't overcommit. Don't always play the hit. But I know this kind of tutorial is a little bit sporadic, but I just want to give you a little bit of insight on kind of recommendations and how to score on every shot in NHL, what I do to block them, and then what is my kind of theory when going in on the goaltender. So if you're going to take anything from this game, if you want to practice anything, the first thing I would do is get comfortable using your left analog stick. I'm not using my right analog stick once here, and I can still score. You see that? How we make the goalie go down. Use your left analog stick to switch up your directions. The goalie's going to fall over. Look, he fell over again. I didn't even touch my right analog stick. You don't even have to. You don't even have to touch your right analog stick. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing, once you get good at using your left analog stick to create space, get away from defenders, make the goalie move, you can bring in that right analog stick to actually go to your backhand, to go to your forehand, and then score those goals. But NHL 26, it's honestly looking like one of the better NHLs so far, so I'm really excited to keep playing. Let me know what you think about this game in the comments below. I think there's still a lot of room for improvement, but it's definitely looking in the right direction. So this is your how to score guide in NHL 26. If you want any more NHL 26 content, let me know down in the comments below. If you find a goal that works, let us know down in the comments below, and we'll test that out and get that out to the community as well. And then also, if you like ball hockey, if you like hockey, I got a whole bunch of hockey on my channel, so check it out as well. And then finally, thank you so much for watching. A lot of NHL 26 content coming soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day. You're the best. See ya.